I want to talk about a common injury we often see due to car accidents. And the injury, spinal cord injuries. And spinal cord injuries are severe injuries and can often lead to paralysis. The injury itself involves damage to the nerves within the bony protection of the spinal canal. And the most common cause of spinal cord dysfunction is trauma, including motor vehicle accidents, falls, shallow diving, acts of violence, and sports injuries. And it's also important to understand this fact. The spinal cord does not have to be severed in order for a loss of function to occur. The spinal cord can be bruised, stretched, or crushed. And since the spinal cord coordinates body movement and sensation, an injured spinal cord loses the ability to send and receive messages from the brain to the body system that controls sensory, motor, and autonomic function. Spinal cord injuries can often occur because of compression, torsion, dislocation. And compression can occur during high-impact accidents. For example, a tractor trailer is unable to stop and hits you from behind. The rear impact can result in compression or pressure on the spinal column. This causes a buildup of blood and inflammation around the spinal column, limiting motor function, sensory perception, and limb movement for the long term. Torsion is often caused by side and rear impact accidents. As a result of the spinal column twisting in opposite directions, torsion can fracture or even break the vertebrae in some locations in the back, causing spinal cord trauma. And this type of spinal cord injury can cause major long-term effects and life-changing consequences. Dislocation is caused by severe accidents, such as collisions with a tractor trailer. Dislocation can result in major life changes or even death. And dislocation or severing of the spinal cord can impede delivery of the brain's messages to various parts of the body. And often these severe injuries result in paralysis that can leave a victim unable to perform independently. Now, there are 4 types of spinal cord injuries. Cervical spinal cord injury. Cervical level injuries can cause paralysis or weakness in both of the arms and the legs. All regions of the body below the level of injury or top of the back may be affected. And sometimes this type of injury is accompanied by loss of physical sensation, respiratory issues, bowel, bladder, and sexual dysfunction. This area of the spinal cord controls signals to the back of the head, neck and shoulders, arms and hands, and the diaphragm. Now, since the neck region is so flexible, it is difficult to stabilize cervical spinal cord injuries. Patients with cervical level injuries may be placed in a brace or stabilizing device. The next one, thoracic spinal cord injury. The thoracic level injuries are less common because of the protection given by the rib cage. Thoracic injuries can cause paralysis or weakness of the legs, along with loss of physical sensation, bowel, bladder, and also sexual dysfunction. In most cases, arms and hands are not affected. This area of the spinal cord controls signals to some of the muscles of the back and part of the abdomen. With these types of injuries, most patients initially wear a brace on the trunk to provide extra stability. And then lumbar spinal cord injuries. Lumbar level injuries result in paralysis or weakness of the legs, loss of physical sensation, bowel, bladder, and sexual dysfunction can occur. The shoulder, arms, and hand functions are usually unaffected, though, at the lumbar region. Now, this area of the spinal cord controls signals to the lower parts of the abdomen and the back, the buttocks, some parts of the external genital organs, and parts of the leg. And these injuries often require surgery and external stabilization. Sacral spinal cord injury, or sacral. Sacral level injuries primarily cause loss of bowel and bladder function as well as sexual dysfunction. These types of injuries can cause weakness or paralysis of the hips and legs, and this area of the spinal cord controls signals to the thighs and lower parts of the legs, the feet, and the genital organs. The Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation hosts on its website a new injury information packet, which is designed to help a victim navigate their way through a new world after a spinal cord injury. The website's on the screen for you to utilize as a resource. Now, if you or a family member is involved in a car accident that leaves you with a spinal cord injury, the single most important piece of advice I can give you is this: call a lawyer. If not us, please call a lawyer that has experience handling personal injury claims. It is a bad idea for you to try to take on the insurance company and their lawyers by yourself. I used to represent insurance companies on the other side, and I can tell you, they are not out to tell you your rights, nor are they there to disclose their responsibilities. Our legal professionals are standing by right now to speak with you. The consultation is free, completely confidential. There is no obligation. I encourage you to give us a call 770-934-8000. Look, you owe it to yourself, to your family, for you to get the help you need. Give us a call right now, 770-934-8000, or check out our website, GaryMartinHayes.com. And we'll be right back after this.